Hi, thanks for joining me today for another great treatment, time of meditation, hypnosis perhaps, if that's what you want to call it. Today, our intention is going to be about generosity of soul, of spirit. When I think about generosity, I think about the security of my own life. That it's almost impossible to feel generous. I mean, really generous, unless you feel like the world is responding to your sense of prosperity. So this treatment is going to be about the effectiveness of the prosperity in our life to increase the desire in our soul to give. I know that there will be many spiritual people out there will say that you give first and then the spiritual awakening of how to grow prosperously will come. But I know that that's very difficult for many people, especially if you've grown up very poor, as I did. So I'm going to take a step forward and just say, let's try it this way and see what happens. Take a deep breath with me. Feel the light of God coming in from the top of your head. See a window there that is opening to the love of God, to the power of the angels and the spirits that are around us, ministering to us, and the quiet and the peace of our own consciousness. And if you feel ready to close your eyes, go ahead and do that. As you begin to manipulate the breath, which is a way, perhaps an Eastern way, to say, mind, I can control the body. Mind, I'm stronger than my own carnal forces, my own physical forces. Every time I breathe in and count 6 counts and exhale and count 6 counts, I'm telling myself, I'm indicating to my mind that I can control the impulses of my body. And when I learned to do that, I also noticed that the impulses of my brain are also a function that is in the control, perhaps a higher control of me. The mind that's connected to God can control and help insert a better, more instinctive understanding of who this human being is, where this brain has been programmed to go offline or go into an error mode. And when I see it coming, I'm more apt to react and respond to it in a positive way. So with gratefulness, with thankfulness, I see this one creative good, this mind of God, connected to all. It is the beginning, and it is the continuing of all that is. And so as I pray for you, you feel it as if we're praying together, no matter if you know me or not. There's only one power, one love, one creative source in the universe, and it's God the Good. And right now, this power is inspiring us to have the faith to use enlightenment and to use our truth to lead us to the most significant work in our lives. What were you put on this earth to do? And I believe sincerely that when you follow that path, even if you have to maintain another job for a while, that path will not only lead you to the most purposeful life, but the most prosperous life. And I believe as your truths outweigh your desires for human wants and human desires, if you're okay with driving a small economic car instead of a Mercedes, if you're okay with living as a minimalist, then perhaps you'll have what you need to be generous. I'm not suggesting not to give yourself what you need to be happy. I am, however, asking you to examine what happiness and joy and peace is. Can anything outside of you make you happy? Your choices in life are the only thing that can bring you peace. And so what I'm knowing for you today is that your choices come from the breath of God, come from the advice of the angels, that your choices define your life and bring you to the most prosperous end. And from this abundance, your heart learns to give. Perhaps you grew up in a situation where you didn't have much, and people gave to you. And you learned to take, but it was hard to give because there wasn't much. So in this moment, I'm seeing that part of your heart healed. And I'm seeing the lesson of generosity outweighing changing the course of your life. From this moment on, I release this intention to the one infinite mind, to the source, to intelligent infinity. And so it is. Have a great day.